What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and we are back for another TokuBrew podcast. This week in Toku, finally cut through the backlog. Well, kind of.
Mostly. We're back!
How about that? We only have one episode apiece this week.
Yay!
And if you're asking where Blazar is, we have not watched Blazar since episode 1.
We haven't seen any episodes, sadly.
It
looks
looks
really
good. It looks good.
Watch it.
I want to watch it. It's just we haven't had the time.
Yeah.
So
again, haven't heard yet. We got married recently.
that's where all the time
That's
is.
where our time went.
So yeah, with me as always is my co-host and wife.
I'm Stormy. Hello.
And we have 2 new episodes this week. We kind of just came into this ground running, you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know
So
why. It's like we don't need to keep explaining ourselves, but to be fair, we recorded all of the episodes that you would have heard before this.
the catch-up
like
ones.
right before, like literally the days before.
Yeah.
But hey, we're finally going to be caught up.
Yeah, we did that like yesterday, I think.
Yeah. So, if you're wondering how far apart these recordings are, that's how. Like, if you want to do, like, the math to see, like, what week these episodes came out and the week, like, and, like, how many episodes we had in each of those, that's how long it took us to get back to the shows.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man.
Didn't need to explain that. But whatever. We got Gotchard and we got KingOhger. And I don't know if we ever stated. I think we did at the start. But we're always going to talk about Gotchard first because
We
if
talked
you've
way
seen
much,
KingOhger,
way longer about KingOhger.
yeah, but say if you know what happens in KingOhger, you know why. That's the reason every time. Every time. So pretty much, do you think
Get your samba on.
so do you think Gotchard's going to fall out of the sky and be like, "No!"
Do you think he's gonna go splat?
Splat. Oh no, he just became a whale bike and eats a child.
Yeah, you know what's funny? When you said whale bike, I was like, "LOL, it's a whale bike," but it's like a motorcycle, and it looks really cool. But I didn't take into effect
It's not a
that it's
motorcycle,
going
it's
to
just
be
a regular cha-ching, cha-ching bike.
Oh, is it? I thought it
Yeah.
was a motorcycle, but it like is also massive like a whale, which I wasn't expecting. But I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." And then it blows out of its spout.
And then the 9-year-old. We actually looked up this actress's age. She's 9 years old. The main villain.
We didn't mention the fact, but they, at the very end of the episode before this, we saw, I forget her name, the main girl and...
Athopos or something like that?
No,
Hades'
no,
sister.
I'm talking about Gotchard's friend.
Oh. Yeah, whatever. Her friend helping out his
Yeah.
mom with the other
But
student.
anyway, like, they, like, stopped at a shop on the way of doing a delivery thing, and they were like, I don't know what to say about anything, because I've only ever just gone to school and home. And I was
What
like,
is
I
life?
feel that. I feel that. And then, we see the 9-year-old,
Like,
I don't know her name, but like the kid,
Hades' sister.
the Hades sister. Well, they all have names, but
Apothos or something
in the
like
last
that?
in the last episode, we actually saw them be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go visit a friend," and then we see them interacting with her in this episode.
Yeah, with girl. I don't remember her name either. I
was talking about basically the same person most of that.
But like, and she's just like don't you want to know if your father's alive? She's like, yes, I'll never tell, and leaves.
Basically,
Like, that's literally the scene.
I mean, there's like a scene of just saying like, "Hey, your fights with us, you should keep your attacks to only alchemists or whatever," and like, "LOL, remember you said that?" And I'm just like,
Okay.
"Oh, great."
We don't remember. And now we go back to
Gotchard and the kid.
Gotchard and the Cactus Adventures.
Cactus Kid.
Cactus Kid. I was expecting
Cactus the Kid.
And you know what's funny is I was expecting in this episode to see something very similar to Wrestler, where maybe the kid becomes a Cactus Kid, but no, that didn't happen this episode.
They're just friends.
Yeah,
I mean, it does like show them a token of appreciation, but
yeah. He literally says he has no friends because his dad makes him study this much.
guys,
His
I
dad
fucking
is
hate the dad.
worst.
I hate the dad so much.
Wait, what? You want to talk about how much you hate the dad while I look up the actor? I'm 90% sure we know who. It is.
Because it's just, I guess like we're not like getting super into depth about what we see in each of these episodes, but like in the end, it's just like, oh, this kid and his dad, they're having
and
all
they
of
try
these
to set up that
problems.
it's supposed to get better at the end.
Yeah,
I don't know if I believe it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like we see this dad is so incredibly toxic. I thought that there was going to be a part where, like, you see, like, the malice leave his body, and he's like, because, like, you see that he does, like, apologize to him, but I'm like,
Yeah, he almost hits his kid.
Yeah,
with
like,
his
he almost
monster
hit his
powers.
kid, like, while he was, like, a giant monster that probably would have just took his head clean off. But, like, and it's just like, oh, my kid needs to focus on his studies. What? He's getting distracted because he's making friends? I better kill his friends.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you are a psychopath.
Yeah, and just, again,
But,
we
like,
see him apologize, but it doesn't feel right because you don't really see that he is better now and, like, evil left his body, or I don't know. It didn't feel right. I didn't really like it. But it's like everything's cool in the end, but it didn't really feel like it should have been.
It did not feel okay whatsoever. Like this guy looks so familiar. Wait, he was in Dawn Brothers. Who was he in Dawn Brothers? Andy was in Revice. Oh yeah, he was in a lot. Wait, okay, we're looking into this. We're doing this live.
Apparently.
Because it's the most interesting thing we have. He was a... Oh, yeah, he was like a weird president guy, wasn't he?
Something like that.
Like,
Sorry, my
yeah.
chair is very loud. The naked
And
dictator.
he was also Takamura in Dawn Brothers.
Did you see the one that said the naked dictator?
Yeah. And First Penguin. Don't get it confused with Last Penguin.
I like looking at IMDb's. You see some fun stuff.
So there we have that mystery solved.
But anyway, I mean, that's basically what the majority of the episode's about. We
And,
do see the other
sister wants to make sure he stays a monster because he's filling a flask,
with malice or whatever. We haven't seen these yet. I hope it comes into play a little bit later. We see his new suit, which is like the magician and
the dump truck. No, the shoveling arm.
Yeah, the shoveler or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
gut shovel.
Spana. It's shoveler. But good suit. It has a couple of reused pieces, but it looks really good.
I love the top hat.
I love the hat. I love the Hades sisters' new form.
Oh, the one that they do with the Lucky Charm.
Yeah.
With the
also,
Happy Clover.
What a cute card. I want it.
Yeah, Happy Clover, and then you get this monstrous ass suit with a billion eyes.
Looks great.
Yeah, and then the cactus. Then, long story short, he quote unquote helps the bad dad, and the cactus grows a flower, gives it to the kid. We go home. Like
he's like, well, I wiped their memories, but I'll let them keep the flower, I guess.
And the teacher was just like, even though this dad seems like he's trying to be better for his son, but he's like, don't you see what like chemies do? It doesn't seem like that bad of a.
You almost tore apart their relationship. I'm just like, I don't think that was the problem,
dude. It's like,
if anything, he
teach.
helped fix that.
All right, so hey.
That's honestly that's basically it. That's not even us. That's not even us like trying to skim or anything like that. A lot just happens in KingOhger.
Well, that and it's like I don't have anything to really say about Gotchard. It was okay.
The suit was a lot more. The Needlehawk was a lot more chrome than we were expecting. It looked very nice.
I do like Needlehawk. Mm-hmm. I think I like the purple one though more, but mostly because I like that color palette more. Yeah, and the question marks.
Yeah, you also like big bulky hands.
He's got them big shoveling hands. His big strong
and his gentleman hat.
God.
Instead of a trucker hat.
Oh my god. And yeah, like I don't know, like the whale bike was stupid, and there was like a couple fights.
I don't know.
But
I
none of them were that
it.
Interesting to talk about.
I don't know. I kind of like the whale bike, honestly.
Oh wait, except when he ballooned people.
I made a joke that the whale bike thing had a bidet when it blew out of its blowhole.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like I don't really have much to say about the fights or anything. It was all right.
KingOhger?
Yeah, let's go to KingOhger.
All right, cool. So anyway, they finally get home. He gets signal in his hand.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, finally.
You were like, why don't they like recognize their own planet? And I had to point out
I wasn't asking
the fact that this is the first time they've been off planet. They don't know what it looks like yet.
No, I'm not saying that. It's like how they say it makes it sound like they got the wrong one before. He's like, no, this one's for sure.
That's in the special. Wi-Fi. That's in the special.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, there's just bugs everywhere.
And we pretty much they go back, they land the castle, and they're like, oh my god, we need to get back home. And they're like, no, you gotta let the shoe gods rest. And so they're chilling out on the castle, and they're like, you know what, let's go greet the people. Let's see how the people are doing. and
they're assholes.
They hate him.
They're all assholes.
Our favorite asshole bowler hat guy is now back. He's fat and has gold. What is that?
Yeah,
am I wrong?
Yeah, but we also learned that they were not gone for 2 days, but 6 whole fucking months.
It was 2 days to us, but it was 7 days for them.
No, it was 6 months, not 7 days.
No, they show. Well, to them in their travel time, it shows like in their little map that it was like because they explain the time thing, but it was.
No, Adam, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I was just saying what the show said.
Yeah, I'm saying. I don't know. I got confused somewhere.
I think you did, hun.
Well, no, because
I was just saying they thought that they were only gone for 2 days from their perspective, but they were gone for actually 6 months here. Is literally all I said.
Okay, I could have sworn it was a week, but yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
It was 6 whole months.
Yeah.
Why do you think everyone was freaking out, wondering where they've been?
No, I thought to them it was a week.
No, they said 2 days.
Maybe they did.
They said 2 days. I will make us go back and look.
Either way, they were gone for 6 months, and everyone has been given gold and riches.
I mean, maybe it was 7 days, and I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe
it doesn't matter. Either way, they were gone for 6 months.
Anyway, they were gone for 6 months.
And like everyone loves.
Kira makes this face.
Yeah. And everyone loves the Galactic Insect King now.
Oh my gosh, you're my best friend.
Which, by the way, they were fighting through like hordes, and it looked horrifying, of like what looked like KingOhger Zero bugs.
Yeah.
Like, that was fucking weird. And then obviously, like, the Galactic King was like, hey, whoever can, like, get those kings will get, like...
whatever you want.
You get, yeah, whatever you want.
You get to live in the king, or in the castle,
you gotta live with
whatever.
the new king of Shugadam.
The new king.
And you're just like,
Forgot about him for a sec.
A new king? I laid on too thick?
A little bit. I think you should stop.
Fine.
But anyway, yeah, the best fucking villain shows up again. He's annoying. They're like gross, weird salesmen that dry hump at people.
Yeah.
And they beat him up with a cute little fucking dinosaur. Do we not have a little picture of him?
Oh,
His cute little friend.
Did I not get
man.
screenshots?
No, he's so cute. I love him.
Minitira.
I hope he sticks around.
Well, Minitira is still Gabutera.
But anyway, they beat him up because Kuwagon got shot.
Yeah, he was too damaged because he got shot while they were in space. Mm-hmm. So that's why Minitira is just like, yo,
they had a
bro.
Full on dance off.
Yeah, they had a pants off dance off, straight up. Like, even the monster was like, why am I dancing?
But anyway, while everybody's hunting them down because they're like, I want a piece of that expensive pie. They go to the king.
Well, somebody mentioned Suzume near.
Yeah, exactly. They mentioned Suzume, and they all go there because Kagarai's like, "Hey, I need to go investigate this." She's using Duga as a stool. It looked actually painful because she looks like her combat boots weigh like 10 pounds each.
and he's like still like being like, "Gira, you're the king."
Yeah, and then Gira's just like, "I'm the Tyrant King. I'm gonna take my throne." She's like, Mask Man that people keep talking about.
Yeah, Shugo Mask.
Yeah, it turns out that we learned the truth of what's been going on, that each of the jesters have taken over each of the kingdoms.
Except for the strong one.
And the reason everyone likes the Galactic Insect King right now is because he basically pampered them with anything they could possibly want.
Well, everyone in Shugadam, we should say.
Yeah, because he's been stealing it from the other countries, Brody's
in Tofu, like, working them to death, probably. I don't know what
Leech Lady is in Ichiban, and
no, she's not in
Ichiban. She's in Kosopa.
Yeah.
And it's literally just basically on fire, and riots are happening.
Ninja Man let all free the prisoners in Gokhan.
I think so. I imagine maybe he's like taking innocent people in or something like that. But for at least we know people have been released.
Yeah.
Kame Jim
is in
Ichiban. And they just got mugged. They've just been robbed. He's sitting there giggling while sipping his tea.
He's like, what's the tea?
And then this guy has been in Shogadam.
Yeah, Shugo Mask.
Oh, that was called. Yeah. And it looks a little bit like a Berserk reference, just a tad.
Yeah, I like how it's just like you definitely can't tell who this is.
And, you know what, they don't waste any time, so let's not waste any more time. I was right. It's our boy, the favorite guy that we all love to hate.
You were getting too excited. It's fucking my boy Reculus.
It's Reculus.
My favorite character.
I knew he wasn't dead. He might be dead. Maybe he got raised from the dead, but he's here. I was right.
Yeah, he has a new haircut, new blue outfit. Just, riding up.
Maybe it's more of a teal.
More of a teal. And he even, like, references some things that Gyra said when he came back, when he took the crown from him.
Oh, he's so
when he faked his death.
And stole the crown. He did the same thing of just...
Yeah, he said that I've returned from the depths of hell.
And he calls himself the King of Terra.
Yeah, and he just such like an evil bastard sits in his throne.
And he even basically says what we've been saying the whole time of like, oh, history is written by the winners. He basically even says like, what was it?
The only story ever told will be
that of my conquest.
My dick is so big. That's what he's saying.
It's the size of this spaceship castle. Bug.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was just like, I missed hating you. I missed you, buddy.
I'm so glad to see him back. I'm glad he's not dead.
I'm
or maybe
so
he
glad
is.
He's back. He might, again, like, it was just off the top of my head. I was just like, yeah, I mean, he could
also,
be dead. Maybe they just raised
Suzume.
him from it.
She's definitely not with her brother.
I was wondering what the heck was going on with her, and then he came in, I was like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, why do you still have allegiance to him? Well, now he has the most power, but fuck you. Like... This is so insane. Like, it's a Shakespearean, like, the I'm back from the dead kind of thing. They have played it both with Gira for, like, faking, and we knew Gira's back the full time, and now they did it with Reculus, and we didn't know if he was going to come back or not. Like, they cut him from the intro.
Again, I wonder if they're going to do something that I was talking about. Just, like, there's so much about him that has been mirroring Gira. This mirrors him even more. He died and came back to life, quote-unquote, and stole the crown. And he even, like, was starting to quote Gira at himself. Like, quoting Gira to him. And to the person that said those things.
To Gira.
I wonder if it's gonna be... And I think there was something... Whatever. I think there was something in, like, the preview that was just like, oh, like, people that were the kings of Shogunam were made to serve the Galactic Insect King or something like that. Not exactly those words, but I really feel it's just like, what if our theory is correct of just like he had to be the bad guy to keep everyone alive, because he was like, I have to keep the drama high to keep him entertained and keep us alive.
I fear.
And then he just maybe got too into it and just be like, yeah, let me just be the villain.
Yeah. Also, I want to mention earlier, Rita and Jeremy were not getting picked after everyone started chasing the other kings. They just kind of were like, what the fuck? And then it wasn't until, like, the Bugnark show up when, like, they finally were like, let's get them!
Oh, we knew they were evil, get them! And they're like, looks like you're hated like us now.
Yep. So...
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty much the episode, but the episode was so good.
Oh god, guys, it was a great episode.
The dance-off was hilarious.
That was great.
The dance-off was hilarious. It was super funny, because you can tell they had, like,
I can't believe that these two things happen in the same episode, like, right next to each other, and I don't question
it. Resurrection and a dance-off.
Yeah, this, like dance-off.
CGI dance-off.
This big robot dance-off with a giant monster. And then just Regulus comes in swinging his dick, essentially just being like, guess who's in charge again?
And they opened up in space.
What a wild episode. I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
It felt like it was like 10 seconds long, and I'm so mad.
Well, I felt like we've only... I feel like we've only been talking about it for so little, but there's so much I want to... Just, like, what do you think is going to be the play now? Like, again,
like, I think that maybe what I was talking about earlier might be what I would guess that they would do next, of just seeing, obviously they're going to be probably taking back the kingdoms, the people will be behind them, Shugenon's going to be like, oh, we thought we were just being given this, we didn't realize that it was being stolen from other people.
And or maybe they won't care, because fuck Bowler Hat guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Like,
I kind of love and hate the fact that he's been so prominent, because it's just like, God, this guy again, he sucks. But then he's
like Sarah's dad from Land Before Time. Get him out of my Shugadam. Banish him.
But at the same time, it's just like, I like that it's like the actor is like probably really happy about it. You know, like he specifically gets to pop up. He's very recognizable.
It's like I know it anytime he's him. I have this specific like almost laughing groan like. Okay.
It's just like, oh god, what are they gonna do with him?
Because like they're either screwing him over or he's being a menace. Like it's never an in between. He's always angry.
I love we said all of that thing about Reculus, but we didn't call him a menace. But we absolutely called the bowler hat guy a menace.
Yeah. Well, because Reculus...
Like, we talked about the Jesters, the King, Reculus, but that guy dual-wielding Unigiri and wearing the crown jewels, menace. Menace. Straight menace.
Like, look at him. Like, I probably had the picture up, but, like, look, shit, this is what... I'm sad to tell you guys, this is what peak male body is supposed to look like.
Look at your man. Now back at him.
I'm back at him. But
he has rice balls now.
He's not sharing those rice balls.
Oh my god.
But Reculus being back, God, it's so funny because it's like they just introduced Grody, which it was amazing, but now Reculus is back, and I'm like, my favorite villain's back though.
Oh, such a good villain. Like, I'm so glad that we get to see more of him.
Yes, I can't wait for more of him. Like, it's so exciting.
More Reculus, please.
Well, it's kind of funny. We haven't seen him in a while.
Redemption arc? Question mark?
Maybe. Is he still going to be TokuBrew?
That's my question. It's so funny. I feel like at this point in time, I would, depending on like how they proceed with this, I would be totally cool with them going either way of him just forever being an irredeemable bastard or redemption arc. I feel like I would be cool with both depending on how they handle it.
I want to see how it's going to play out.
I see all the pieces and I'm waiting to see how they start to put them together.
Like, this it's so good because it's like, I like how almost we don't need to see everyone every episode. Like, we barely saw Rita, we barely saw Jeremy this episode, I feel.
But they weren't...
Kaburagi was there.
They had a moment. Yeah.
But it's like, obviously they all fought and whatever. But like, it's so funny because Reculus has been gone for almost 10 episodes. You have to think
It's only been 10 episodes? I thought it would have been more.
He died in like 15. This is like 30 something.
Huh. I was gonna say I thought it would have been more than 10.
Or maybe this is 33. So it's either like...
And he said he was out at 15.
Well, yeah, because it's
so
like...
it's been more like closer to 15 episodes then.
Yeah, something like that. But he's been gone for a while.
Yeah. But also, can I just like commend the writers in general?
The acting also.
Oh, absolutely. But I need to commend the writing real quick of just... Think about how difficult
I want to see how many writers there are, so you talk about it.
Stop. I was about to be like, stop it. So... These guys actually manage, because usually when there's like oh, by the way, you're going to have a crossover with these guys because they're having their anniversary. Write 2 episodes about it, and then just have a thing where they give you a power-up, and then implement it into your story afterwards. I imagine that's what most Sentai get at some point in time, because there's always some sort of anniversary going on.
Because when isn't it?
Because this thing has been going on for like 50 years. But, and you know, most Sentai writer, even like just Toku in general, I feel like usually it's just like, hey, look, it's those guys. And they're like, hi, can we be friends? Sure. Here's a power up. Thanks. Bye.
Or they'll do the, hey, who are you? I don't know if I should talk to you.
We should fight.
We're gonna fight. Come on. Wait, you believe in the same things I do?
Punch.
Yeah, it's just like, man, you have the same ideals I do. Let's team up.
Now we're best friends. Exactly. Here's a power up. Bye.
Exactly.
But like with this, like, first of all, these shows melded together so good. It was written super well. They actually managed to move along their story within it, and then it didn't feel forced or anything when they left, when they came back, and even the aftermath and the power up. I feel like it was all done super naturally. It looked awesome. It was great. I just love what they did. They made it a highlight rather than, we have to get the crossover stuff over with in order to move on.
I think the main writer has written every episode.
Wow.
I think so.
I mean, to be fair, with how
but it was supervised. Okay, they had some supervising for the KingOhger episodes, but
I imagine that makes sense.
It feels like it, and I'm excited. I am so...
Oh, they actually, like... I'm realizing they, named the...
What?
They named the episode how they named the episodes in KingOhger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, KingOhger, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, this thing, and then another thing, but an exclamation point. Because it always had, like, 2 things within exclamation points, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So, next week is just called Don't Cry Slackjaw Tanuki.
Himino matchmaking strategy.
Yep. Oh, I hope Yama doesn't die next week.
I don't think he'll die. I think it's gonna be a very Yama-focused episode, though. But, Curly Q may die.
Yeah, like when you're like, he may be in the ground.
He is debatable.
You must die. But yeah, no, that's kind of insane that he's written most of them, or at least had a hand in writing most of them. Because I imagine there's other writers and other things doing it, but like, I do like that. That's why I love KingOhger also. I forgot to mention that, and that's kind of something surreal they have in common. Is like, when it has one precise writer, it makes it all mesh together. And I'm not saying sometimes it shouldn't. Like, even some of my favorite shows, like Gaim had multiple writers. But sometimes if you get too many writers, you get Geo.
That's changed writers almost every episode.
Yeah, or you get stuff like Saber.
Oh yeah, I
like
forgot
when
that
the writer almost like there were 50 something episodes, and I think he wrote about 13.
Jeez.
But he wrote like the specials. Ooh.
And weren't those like some of the good ones too? The ones that they wrote.
Yeah, I think they were the most tolerable.
Tolerable.
I said that weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So obviously KingOhger won this week. Our boy is back. Like I don't even care.
When does KingOhger not win?
When Geets was around.
Hey, even then, sometimes they would.
Yeah, no. After like editing some of those, like it was insane to actually kind of hear them, and it's like it was just us debating, being like, I just can't. They're both good, and I want to cry.
Yeah.
Like this is just so good. Like KingOhger.
We're eating good.
I like how we just left off. I want to know how much Gabutira is going to be there, but I also like that he is on there right after King told Prince to watch over him. And I would like the idea that he comes back and he's like, what the fuck did I tell you?
What did I just
Where'd
say?
he go? What do you mean he went into space? How do we get him back? What planet? God damn it. What's the Wi-Fi password?
I disconnected, so I don't remember.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Reculus's return? Tell us down in the comments. Who are you hoping to see? Who's your favorite of the jesters? Who's your favorite of the villains so far? Like, I think a lot of them are really good. Kame Jim is... You don't trust Kame Jim.
No.
You don't...
I never did.
I'm surprised he's not with Reculus, but I also get why. Maybe we'll find out.
He probably would have benefited him.
But meanwhile, what do you guys think? Do you think he's a grody reanimated corpse? Do you think he was just pulling a Gyra and biding his time and getting stronger? Like, what do you think Reculus is doing? What do you think? Tell us down in the comments. What do you think? What do you think Reculus is right now?
I'm just happy he's back, man.
Yeah.
And just like, oh god, I missed your fucking you piece of shit smile.
Well, it's so funny because it's like you're so right when you said where it's like I can't believe these are in the same episode, the dance off and the Reculus reveal.
Yeah.
Like it seems so separate, but both make me so happy. Like KingOhger is lovely. Like I am loving KingOhger. It's like there has not been a point, at least from what I'm hearing.
This is what I've been wanting.
Well,
for
yeah,
a
it's
long
like we have
time.
been enjoying it this whole time. Like, there's not an episode where I would be like, oh, this was kind of wasted. Like, there's not been an episode like that for me.
You know what I'm realizing?
What?
I never thought I would say this. I'll probably have to wait until the show is over and it's been a little bit in order for me to know if this opinion will stay. But I'm really starting to wonder if KingOhger has beaten Dawn Brothers for me when it comes to, like, my favorite show. On a personal level. Dawn Brothers is really, really well written and everything. I still stand by everything that I said about Dawn Brothers, but, like...
Well, meanwhile,
I think, like, on a personal level, this is just hitting everything that I personally love.
Well, it also has love. So. It has all characters. I like them a lot. Again, it has a lot of those KingOhger qualities, honestly, for me. Like, I love KingOhger. It's like, I love Dawn Brothers. You guys heard us talk about that. Again, we're gonna have to...
But, like, this is special to you. I feel like KingOhger might be my KingOhger, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, like, this is perfectly your aesthetic and what you want. But
again, when I was complaining about Saber... I was basically describing KingOhger when I said what I wanted.
The fact that they're doing it is
I'm
like the
so
most
happy.
impressive. Like, I love it.
Usually
It's
I
like-
would be mad because it's just like they stole my idea, but I'm just happy I get to see it.
Well, yeah, and it's like the fact that we got to see them in Japan and just with normal people,
That
and
was
them just
so
like being like,
weird.
what the hell?
And seeing them just like looking fly in their like actual normal outfits.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
KingOhger, man.
Good show.
But yeah, I don't know. Did you guys really like this Gotchard episode?
We talked
Did you
for,
like
like-
the solving? Did you like them solving his dad's problems?
I would like
don't
to
know.
let you know that we talked about like under 9 minutes of Gotchard, and we are at like it was under 9 minutes we talked about Gotchard.
I just hey.
I love KingOhger.
I love talking about KingOhger. It has too many questions. So, about to say, if you have any answers or you have any of your own questions that you think we could answer,
Does
tell them
anybody
down in the comments.
has anybody figured out what Ventura means?
Yeah.
Still curious on that.
Yeah, we still think about it. Meanwhile, like we said, we only heard that like what, a week ago.
Ventura.
Yeah, still thinking about that. So, thank you
You
guys
didn't
so much
Ventura
for
with
listening.
me. How dare you?
I'm sorry. Do we need to correct it? We'll deal with this later.
Ventura with me.
Ventura!
Okay,
There you
now
go.
we can go.
Now we can justify.
Thanks for listening,
Yeah,
guys.
sorry, we got a little wacky at the end here. So, thank you so much for listening,
We're back, baby.
and hopefully until next week.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.